American society has always centered around multiculturalism. But has it really? As soon as 60 years ago, life was black and white, and American history to all was just a blur. Today, we've taken many steps to foster cosmopolitanism in the American fabric, and by most accounts, we've succeeded. Differing ethnic, racial, and gender identities from around the world have become a key component of American education in the last few years. But with that, who are we forgetting? Anglo-Americans. The English migrants who came to this nation in search of a better life weren't people who were making it in England, in the words of the civil rights activist James Baldwin in his speech, A Talk to Teachers. Michael Smith of The Guardian argues that viewing the past through the lens of privilege obscures who got hurt in the process. None of us were privileged. We all came here so we could eventually have a chance at that privilege.
Not all ethnic groups are even granted a fair shot at this privilege, however. Asians have faced conflicts regarding their legitimacy in the US, including the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act. Today, many elite colleges impose quotas on Asian Americans, limiting their chances of acceptance. In her article, At Trial, Harvard's Asian Problem, columnist Jeannie Suk Gerson claims that the university is, quote, implicitly discriminating against Asians, abusing the legality of its application process. Gerson's observations indicate that society is still not accepting of everyone, thus it is vital to realize that a person cannot be generalized due to stereotypes. Baldwin states in his speech that America is struggling with a sense of its own identity, a country that does not take enough pride in all the different cultures it represents. Let us strive to progress as a society by providing everyone equal opportunities to showcase their merits.
The past few decades and the conflicts they have brought made the media portray Muslims in a negative light, adversely impacting the sentiment surrounding Muslims in our schools and colleges. In Milena Ryzik's article, Can Television Be Fair to Muslims?, Sue Obadiah notes how it's really popular culture that impacts how people feel about one another. This explains why in the media, it has never been easy to put a Muslim character on American screens. Ryzik's words show that Muslims feel isolated in society, given the fact that our education system does not reference Muslims with the same viewpoints as other cultures. When Baldwin references his youth in New York, he notes it is very hard to relate yourself to this, a feeling that every Muslim or underrepresented culture has experienced from flawed images here in the US. We should portray the merits of all cultures in our education system in order to make everyone feel welcome in our society.
In our modern world, people are often obligated to expatriate due to circumstances outside their control. For example, many are forced to follow their spouses to foreign countries due to job opportunities and the like. This creates a language gap between the person in question and his or her environment, and thus makes their voice unheard of in day-to-day issues. Megha Wadhwa speaks about an instance of this in her article, Indian Women in Japan Struggle to Find Their Niche. She describes the plight of those Indian women who are forced to move to Japan without prior knowledge of the Japanese language, are nevertheless unable to procure jobs matching their skill set due to communication and trust issues. As global communication systems improve, we should focus on helping everyone have a voice, regardless of language or place of origin. Once we achieve this, we will truly be able to use the tremendous potential and tremendous energy everyone possesses.
Without a doubt, there are many misrepresented identities in the American educational system. As a nation founded on equality and opportunity for all, this should not be the case. All identity groups, regardless of gender, age, and ethnicity, deserve to be represented and respected in educational curriculums. Once we realize this, only then can we progress as a nation.